everybody, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. This is part 2 of the giraffe journal collaboration that I am doing with Carol at Crinkled Path. We are using the hashtag tall order journals, and so this is the second week, and this week we are showing a few of the tags that we have made for these journals. And I don't like to create all the tags for a journal until I have the journal, the pages in, and I know exactly how tall and wide each page will be. But I did go ahead and start doing a few of them, the types of tags that I'm familiar with that I knew I wanted to put in here. One of the things that I think I might do at some point is make a list of all of the types of tags that one can make for journals. There are so many different types of tags, just like there are so many different types of pockets. So I thought about making lists that are similar to that and putting them up on my Ko-fi shop page for free. If that's something that would interest you, let me know and I will start to compile that and get that ready. One of my favorite types of tags to make are fabric tags. So here we are, this one matches the fabric in the background. Here we are with 4 fabric tags for one of the taller journals that I'm making. I'm making 2 taller journals and one that will be the Whitman Telltale size. So here's one set of 4 fabric tags for the tall journals, and I just use standard, the cheapest that you can get file folders from Walmart or Staples, and I glue with this kind of glue, the stick glue. This is my favorite brand, Avery. I glued the fabric down, and then I cut as close as I can around the edge of a template. Where did my template go? I just keep some template tags around, and different widths and different heights, different angles of the corners. And I trim these exactly to the edge. You don't have to do that. Another way that you can do this is to use pinking shears and, leave about this much of a border. And that also, it keeps them from unraveling, which these straight cut ones can sometimes do. But it also just gives it more of a homespun look, I think. But I decided just to cut around right to the edge of the templates for these. This is just a fabric, I believe, from Hobby Lobby. And this is a piece of mahogany or burnt sienna colored sari silk. And I used, for fabric tags, I always use my metal eyelets. This one is a beautiful, beautiful calico. I love this so much. I found this at a thrift shop. It looked like it had been cut into shapes of a pumpkin, maybe a 3D pumpkin. They were already cut, edges sewn together, and they look like the edges would go like this and then be stuffed to create sort of a 4-arm 3D pumpkin. And whoever had the fabric decided not to finish that project. So I cut the pumpkin apart, and I have been using this fabric a little at a time. I just love it. This is just a piece of green broadcloth. Here is a red eyelet and some red sari silk. And this is another calico that I have with red and yellow. And here's some of the fabric that I received in Happy Mail. I turned this into a really fun tag. And this chunky yarn, I got at Michael's about 3 years ago. I really wish they had not discontinued it. They had so many different color waves. And now I regret not buying all of them because the colors were just so pleasing to the eye. I love what they put together. I don't know how to find this yarn now, but I have a little bit left of this and one other color wave that I sort of use sparingly. Here is another set for a tall journal. This one has some pale yellow Kool-Aid dyed lace on it. And this is some of that fabric, the tall striped fabric that I showed you in my first video. And some brown calico with tulips. Another piece of the giraffe fabric. And I received this in Happy Mail. It's chenille, but it's crinkly, and it sort of reminds me of like seaweed or something. I don't know. I just love it. It's fun to play with. So that one is on there. And then here's some more of that chunky yarn. And this is a beautiful retro 70s daisy print that I have in the exact colors that will be in these journals. The third set are the 4 small fabric tags that will go in the Whitman's journal. I have a little baby giraffe by himself on this tag, and then I put some, oh my goodness, what is the word I'm looking for? Batik fabric in this eyelet. Here is a tiny little piece of sari silk, and this is some more vintage calico. I just love this so much. More of that beautiful orange, and then I put some leaf trim in here to match the leaves. And the one piece of this really cool safari fabric I had that had giraffes, I made it into a tiny tag, and I have some vintage rust-colored 70s type chunky yarn. I made 3 flip-up tags. This one's for the tiniest journal, and I just cut out a picture of a giraffe from a children's book and put this phrase, "Just wanted to send you a smile today." And it just flips up for journaling space. I inked around the edges of all of these, I believe, except for the Franken tags, which I'm about to show you. This is from a decoupage book that I've had since the early 2000s. It's sort of Victorian style, but it is a giraffe, and so I put him here. And then I found one of my snarky sayings out of the Tim Holtz booklet and put it on there because he kind of looks like he's saying that. He's very proud of himself, and he's showing the lion that he is taller and more elegant, maybe. And then here's just a digital image of a giraffe, and I used some more Tim Holtz. He could make it on his looks alone. And this has quite a bit of space inside for journaling. So those are the flip-up tags. I made 3 Franken tags. These are actually some fabrics, some cardstock and some printables from my fall stash, but the colors just went so well with these journals. This is a digital from TaylorMade Journals, and I believe this one as well. Actually, I think this one is as well. So these are 3 wallpaper digitals, and then this fun print looks a lot like this, I think, and this is some brayered paper that I did with some shimmery acrylic, if you can see that. And then I put some really fun orangey yellow eyelash trim. These just remind me of a giraffe tail. And I always sew my Franken tags with white thread so you can still write on the back. You would have to just skip over the lines where they're sewn together. And I use some colored reinforcers on those. Another set of 3 is a digital of some orangey yellow gingham. I love gingham, and any chance I have to use it in a journal, I will use it. So I thought this looked very 70s. This is another digital, just put on the front here, and then a little piece of that calico sewn down. And then here is, I believe this is from a Fisher-Price Little People First Words book. He just looks so precious, doesn't he? He's almost like a nursery type giraffe, and he's got the jointed legs. And this is a piece of textured paper that I got in a pack from Dollar Tree. And I just tore it. It's so fun to tear the handmade type papers. I just love how they create this fuzzy fiber outline. And I glued him down to that, and then I sewed around the edge and put a piece of this striped fabric. And this, I believe, was sent to me in Happy Mail. I think this came out of a Childcraft book, if I'm not mistaken. And he's black and white, but I did ink the edges of this cutout. He's popping out of a book, so I decided to leave the book there just for interest and effect. And then I put a piece of calico at the top. Oh, these 3 and the next 3 are sewn with an orange thread instead of white. And I'm going to be using a lot of orange and yellow threads in these journals. So this is right after I changed my bobbin out. The last 3 are tags that are made out of a children's Bible story book. I want to say this is a Vincent Price Bible story book, and I'm not sure who the illustrator is, but it's that beautiful watercolor that's very unstructured that was so popular in the 60s and 70s. I just love the blending of the colors and the white splatters. And then we have a giraffe peeking up here. This is the giraffe. I'm not sure. This might be the creation story. And then these two are from the Ark, the story of Noah and the Ark. And I just love that they have giraffes at the forefront of these images. It's fine that there's other animals in here. Doesn't matter to me at all. I kind of want these journals to show the types of animals that giraffes share their homes with. So these are the tags that I have so far. Let me know which one is your favorite. I will be continuing to make tags after I finish the covers. If I am able to, I'll show at least a photograph of the covers coming along in my community page. But seriously, head over to Carol at Crinkle Path. I can't wait to see what types of tags she has created. I wish I had had more time and energy over the weekend to make more to show you guys and maybe even do a process video. But because of what was going on this week in my life, I just could not do that. So I hope you enjoyed watching the show and tell of the tags that I made. I hope you guys are having a great week so far, and I'll see you next time. Bye.